So what's up, guys? We're back working on the Jetta. It's time for the lift kit. It's snowing outside pretty good. I'm gonna take some measurements of like before and afters, right? So I want to see what I can compare it to. So from the back, pretty much center of the wheel going straight up to the top, we got 26.5. It doesn't. And yeah, in the front we got about 26.25. For this, I want to put a jack underneath, compress it, undo the top bolt here. Underneath that has another bolt, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that holds the spring in. So I'm hoping that if I can undo that with the jack applying pressure on the spring, I can leave the spring attached onto the Jetta and slowly let that off, making sure that I'm clearing all my like the brake line and the ABS wire. Of course, I might just undo so I can get some more slack out of it. Alright guys, so basically what I did was I removed the rubber that was here very gently. But here I like to use the channel locks and somehow position it in such a way that when it turns, it'll rest against the side here. Oh, it's also 13/16. So yeah, I'm gonna find the Allen size. See what I mean? Fit that inside there. It's a special tool or a crowbar or something like that. Not a crow's foot or something like that. It's a special little wrench that bends down, and it's open wrench, so you can put it like an Allen key on it and still turn the Allen key. Anyways, I don't really have that, so I'm going to be making some things work with just some basic Stanley tool sets. You know, the $99 ones you get for sale that are missing a million sockets. That one's pretty well put together-ish. Anyways, yeah, I'll see what we can do. Bye. Hey guys, so I found out it was a 7mm, right? So just had it sitting downstairs. So if I use this to hold it, there you go. Now this is off, and the spring should come out. Yeah, I guess. Looks to be out here. Yeah, the drive shaft and definitely the power steering rack is holding it up. Yeah, so guys, since the spring doesn't want to come out because it doesn't have enough travel, I undid this. I'm going to undo the caliper right now and support that up. It looks like I'm just going to go ahead and pull the front subframe. I'm going to do the exact same for what I did on this side and removing the whole spring and everything on that side. Once we get that done, subframe comes out, I'll get the new rack on, and yeah, hopefully that goes in nice and smooth. Okay, so I got some good news for you guys over here. This side is stripped. So yeah, I jacked it up so I got some space, and we're gonna cut it. I got another strut that I'm gonna use. This side has a bad ball joint anyway, so it's might as well get replaced, you know. It sucks I didn't want to touch those struts because I wanted to sell them, plus it'd be easier, a lot less work I have to touch anyways. But Jetta's gonna get cleaned and she's gonna get working fine. So alright, so now we're gonna drop that out, pull that strut off. It looks like I'll just be pulling the strut off this side. Again, a little mix and match because this is the one with the bad sensor and the nut is stuck on for the axle, so I couldn't get the axle off. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna take this thing apart, and I guess this is gonna get blown up right now. Once we do, I'm gonna take the struts off and try to clean up everything I can before we smack everything together, because these are quite dirty too. Alright, cool. So it's gonna get a small upgrade. So we're gonna clean this up, we'll get it done. I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, so I think I found another trick for this removal of the strut off the knuckle. So once I had enough space, I put 2 screwdrivers next to each other, wedged them, and it opened the gap. Sprayed some WD-40 lubricating spray. I got other shit, and that seemed to open it up enough just for me to smack it with my other screwdriver, and it popped it out pretty nicely once I got those 2 really spreading it apart. And yeah, this is gonna get cleaned up now. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. While it's on the car, it's just gonna be hanging off the control arm and the sway bar. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Some people say you also have to remove the front sway bar. We're gonna see. I don't know about that yet, but we'll see how it goes. But the next thing I want to do is just literally just take off the axles. So I need to get a special socket for the axles, and I can just drop the subframe completely. The 4 bolts to hold the subframe, but before I drop the 4 bolts, I need to remove the 4 bolts that hold the rack to the subframe, or at least crack them loose so later on I can remove them easier. And I gotta remove the tie rod ends, just under the 1 bolt on either side. The axle is a 30mm 12-point socket because mine are OEM still. So yeah, like I said, passenger side is a pain in the ass. I gotta remove that strut. I got the painted one right here. Once I remove that one, I'm gonna try to compress the Jeep springs on it. Try doing that all out here. Boom, bang it in, drop the subframe. The rear is quite simple. I'm just gonna pull out the springs now. I have them sitting in the back. They're a little rusty, so I'm gonna give them a quick little rundown with the wire brush. Clean them up, give them a nice little coat of paint because it's for the rear. So, But the nice and pretty ones, still can't stop staring at them. They're like almost new. Yeah, those are gonna be for the front because they're like beautiful. I got that all cleaned up, but for like the last 2 hours, I've been dealing with this damn tie rod end, and it's stuck and seized inside there. I've been wheeling at it. I put all the weight of the car on it, and I was smashing down the knuckle, trying to get the knuckle out. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna cut it, and I'll worry about it after when it's out. I'm gonna take the whole strut out, complete with it. I'm just done with it. That's it. So it's all time. You know what? Even better, I got the grinder. Take that out, and then once it's out here, I'm gonna grind it out. I got my other rack. I was thinking about it. I got my other rack. It's got the control arms on and everything already, and the rack's still bolted down. I'm like, I gotta clean a couple things to get to it, of course, but that'll be so much easier than trying to mess with. I got broken bolts inside the subframe now, because of course this thing's rusted. Like, it was really rusted when I picked it up, and I cleaned it. I made it nice, but it still doesn't defeat the purpose. It was rusted everywhere. So caution, if you got rust, heat it, WD-40, spray it, lube it, whatever you gotta do, and yeah, this is terrible. Don't forget to hang your calipers off the struts, somewhere safe so it doesn't like break the brake line. Make sure your wires are okay, and yeah. Oh, you're gonna probably have to undo these front ones for each side so that when you drop the subframe, you can just swing the sway bar out of the way, and then once you're done, you boom, bolt it back up. But yeah, this side looks like this side came out no problem. So I guess I'm just gonna remove it, and I'll worry about it after. Also, there's like I don't remember what kind of bolts, but I think it's 21 mil, the 2 right there that do the lines. And yeah, I'm also gonna remove, because I know my other one has it done, but it's got the line up here at the top of the reservoir. So I'm gonna remove that because the whole hard line comes with everything, and I know my other one has it, so I'll just swap that all back in to this one. Make my life a little bit easier here, I guess. And let me see. Snapped both of them in there. Nice. So I'm gonna remove the complete dogma mount from the motor. I was hoping to just take those out and then it'll swing out enough just to like loosen this one maybe and pivot it, or maybe it'll just pivot on it, but I guess not. So yeah. So this is the knuckle. I got that out with one swing. It just went flying. Anyways, the ball joint was bad also on here, so I'm gonna knock that out, wire brush this all, take this strut off because this knuckle is gonna get that strut, and then I'm gonna take that axle off. I found the 30 mil 12 point. My buddy Johnny had one that I can borrow. I'm gonna take this ball joint because it looks damn good. It's put on this one after I wire brush it, give it a little coat of paint. I have more news. I ended up snapping a transmission bolt. I'll show you guys in a bit, but pretty much I snapped that dog ball mount, and I'm very upset because of that. My luck with this car is not good. I'm literally breaking every single thing just to do this, and I don't know how the hell that's possible. The turbo car, I think I broke maybe one socket, maybe one or two bolts, but nothing important and nothing that wouldn't come out easily. But this, every single bolt I touch, something's wrong. So I'm having lots of fun, guys. I don't know how this is gonna go. Here's a quick tip for you guys. When you are taking out your strut out of your knuckle, use a big socket. You know, it's a little hard to do with two hands, and then just smash with your mallet or your. Now I'm just gonna put this new strut on, bolt this up. The ball joint from that one kind of just gave out on me. It broke a couple of them. That's the old one. Oh, here it is. So I took this ball joint off that bad old knuckle with so I took the good ball joint off the bad hub. Gotta clean this up, all the guck, and then paint this all up too. Put that together, or put it together first, then paint it, and then put it on the new subframe once I pull that one out. And it's 8 o'clock, so it's counting down. Like I said before, put a flat screwdriver inside there, right, and this will slide in and out pretty easily. So I really got twisted on one side. What I'm hoping is if I can get the channel locks on it and just somehow give it that little extra it needs. Looks like we got this strut done. This is going to be, I believe, the passenger side. Now this one's all painted up, ready to go. And we're going to finish off this one. Once we finish off this one, subframe work. I got the subframe in. It's nice and tidy inside there. This one just needs to be, put the top plate on, put the ball joint on. For the other side, however, I put the wrong side ball joint, so you gotta watch out for that. Make sure you have the right side ball joint for whichever side you're doing it on. Luckily for me, I had a spare brand new one in the basement, so like tomorrow's is gonna get swapped. I might put on this side right now before I go to bed just to see how it fits, or at least hang it from the top, get some parts off the floor. And yeah, it's going good. The went in smooth. The only big thing left is to put my aftermarket mount for the trans on, the dogwheel mount, and drill the transmission. That's a little scary for me, but slow and steady, you know, get that done. And then also we're going to do the rears. So looks like I'll have this ready Friday night. I don't know when I'll have the videos up for you guys, but I just kind of want to lift the front and the back and just get them done once forget about it. Clean out the whole Jetta, then start cleaning out the garage. I got some stuff that I gotta bring home, so I really want to get this done. I'm gonna put the trash out, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So you guys have a good night. This is gonna be a bolt torch to help hopefully take off this tie rod. This is all seized on. It was a pain and it had stripped out, so I couldn't tighten it. I just cut it off. Now that's stuck. So once I do that, put the sway back on, the sway bar on, tighten the nut on the end, caliper, spacers, extended lug nuts, and that should be ready to go. This is pretty much what it'll be like, except for the fact that this is my spare tire. Yeah, I had 2 spares, so I put them there, and I'm like, wait a second, that's not as shiny as the one I painted, because the other ones are underneath the car. Just in case the jacks let go, you know, whatever. Plus they're out of the way, there I put them underneath the car. And I forgot. So, that's the big thing. We're going to start burning this car, hopefully. Melting that shit off and getting this done. I cannot wait to start on the rears. Once I pull this off, I'm going to actually take off the liner on this side and just fix the whole bodywork. Just smash it out, pretty much. Like, I don't really care at this point. Just smash it out so it doesn't touch. And I'll probably put my other liner in just because that one's broken. And, yeah, I'm excited. So we're going to get to it. Okay, so we finally got it off. I guess with enough heat, it finally came out. Next, I am going to see where I left my spare. Oh, here. And I'm gonna double check this is the right side. Looks like it. But anyways, I gotta clean it out because it's a little dirty, and I gotta find a nut for it. And I'm hoping this should work pleasantly. So this side's all done. I'm gonna double check because I have a lot of parts on the floor. I don't know what they're from. And this side's all done. And I fixed a little thingy in the back. It might have to be tightened or adjusted later because it looks pretty good. But we'll find out when we go up to highway speeds. Yeah, it looks like this tire is slightly turned out. And this transmission is gonna get fixed tonight. So I'm just gonna drill that sucker out until it's done. Tap it. And I will get that bottom mount done. Then like that, the front's done. But the rear is going to be really easy to do. I'm hoping they're going to be quick. Just lift it up, drop the shock, you know. And I'm just going to make like 6-inch pieces, drill a hole in the top for the top of the shock. To like raise the shock away from the base a good 4 or 5 inches, I guess. That's going to all depend on how much the rears really need to be lifted. So I'm going to close this up, put the heater on, go inside, get changed, add some layers, you know, go crazy with it because I want this car done tonight. I'm sick and tired of sitting in the garage, and I'm sick and tired of driving the F-150. Honestly, not because I hate it, just because I hate putting kilometers on it because she's a beaut, and I want to sell it soon, so I want it to be in tip-top shape. Alright guys, so long story short, I got it done, but it's not proper at all. There's still the bolt stuck inside there. I simply drilled closer to the subframe. The drill slipped while I was doing it, and it just went right through the aluminum. And then I said, okay, might as well. You know what? It's 11 o'clock at night. I've been at it for 5 hours. So the rear's got touched up a little bit. It did have spacers and extended lug nuts like I thought. The rear shocks also, I didn't know that they're supposed to do this. Just stay there. Literally, like it's just been staying like that. I knew they were like bad, but they don't even budge at all. Anyways, almost done undoing this side. Then I'm gonna go shoot on the other side, take off that wheel, take everything off for there, and just leave the car on jack stands on the rear with the trailing arm down, and then I'll probably call it a night. Hey guys, so I have a lot of this looks like 1/4 inch 3/16 flat stock, and you can tell it's like 2 feet long. So I only need 5 inches hole to hole. That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna give me a good amount of lift, and that Jetta's, the rear end's easily 2 feet off the ground. So yeah, maybe I'll go 4.5. Try us out, get this done, get another set of bolt and nut this diameter, and this length. So for the bottom or for the top, I'm still gonna decide yet. I might use the OEM stuff on the bottom and just make new stuff for the top. So we'll see how that goes. First one's done. So what you do is you line them both up on your vise after, and you use the bigger bit to start your other holes so that you'll have two identical pieces. Off, guys, so you don't get cut. Oh, got two of them. So I'm going to test fit these. First I'm going to mark them on that one so I have one more template, and after that I have another piece. So I'm going to test these on one side right now, put the tire on, let it sit, actually put on most of its weight, and just see how it is. Yeah. It's definitely a thought about running two sets of spacers. Maybe if I had the skinnier ones, I had like the 15 mil before, or 20 mil, whatever I had, but these look like they're 1 inch thick almost, and these are 1.25 inches, so I probably can't double them up. But yeah, guys, it's at 30 inches in the front. That's surprising, because I'm pretty sure before it was 26 or 27, and we're at 31.5 in the rear. Wow, looks way taller than that. Like the whole front car, like the whole car just dives down. All right, so the Jetta's out, and it's actually like almost as tall as the back of the F-150 now. Actually, I think it is. Wow, that is actually pretty cool. Yeah, power steering is being a little whiny today, but I guess maybe it's because it's been sitting for so long. We're gonna take it for around the block, and we're gonna see how it goes. How you doing?
Good, you.
Not bad.
Oy. Oh my god! Baby, stop with this. That's why you're smiling. You never smile when I walk in.
So how do you think about the Jetta?
I like it.
It looks big.
It's cool.
Did you know that the height of the sunroof is the same height as the back of the truck?
What?
It's that high.
Or is it? You're so weird. Austin.
She likes it. But yeah, I also want to add that, just so you guys know, the front springs were brand new Jeep springs from a TJ, and they also came with the rears. But you can only use the front TJ springs on the front of the Jetta, and that set cost me $50. And the set in the back, they were actually rusted a little bit. Cleaned them out, I got them for $40. So this only really cost me 90 bucks to lift the Jetta 4 or 5 inches in the back and 3 in the front, which to me is a hell of a trade-off. I mean, it did take a little bit of elbow grease because of this one being all rusted up and broken. Just my luck of bolts pretty much, but besides that, she's doing fantastic. She handles the snow good. She took out a lot of snow banks today, especially since we had a nice snowfall. As you see, they're cleared out. But yeah, it's not bad for 100 bucks.